What are the best startup program optimizations for SSD versus HDD? Imagine your gaming PC waking up faster, loading games quicker, and running smoother. That's what optimizing startup programs can do for your system. But the way you do it depends on whether you have a solid-state drive or a hard disk drive. Let's start with the basics. Solid-state drives have no moving parts and use NAND flash memory. This means they read and write data much faster than hard disk drives, which relying on spinning disks and mechanical arms. Because of this, games and programs launch faster on SSDs, and load times are cut down significantly. Hard disk drives, on the other hand, are slower because of their mechanical nature. They can get fragmented over time, which makes startup and game loading even slower. Both types of drives benefit from limiting startup programs. Disabling unnecessary apps that launch when you turn on your PC frees up resources. This is especially important for hard drives, since they take longer to access data. Keep only essential gaming software like Steam or Epic Games Launcher enabled at startup. Updating your drivers and game clients is another good step. The latest updates improve compatibility and speed up loading times. Running regular system maintenance, like disk checks and malware scans, also helps keep startup smooth. Now, for SSDs, avoid defragmentation. Unlike hard drives, SSDs do not need defragmenting, and doing so can actually wear them out faster. Instead, use Windows built-in tools like Trim to keep performance optimal. Installing your games and launchers directly on the SSD makes a big difference. This way, your games load faster from the moment you hit play. Managing cache and temporary files on the SSD can also speed up startup and gameplay. If you have a faster NVMe SSD, which connects via the PCI Express bus, you get even lower latency and higher transfer speeds. This means your system boots and loads games in a flash. For hard disk drives, regular defragmentation is key. It reorganizes fragmented files, reducing the time the drive's read-write head needs to find data. Install less critical or large files on the HDD, like media or backups, so your system's main focus remains on speed. Limit background disk activity during startup to prevent bottlenecks. If you want to boost performance further, consider a hybrid setup. Use an SSD for your operating system and favorite games, and keep the HDD for storing large files that don't need to load quickly. Additional tips include managing startup items with tools like Windows Task Manager or third-party programs. Disable or delay non-essential apps from launching immediately. Place game files on the SSD for faster startup, but keep some content on the HDD if it's not needed right away. Make sure you keep at least 15 to 20% of your drive free. When drives are nearly full, they slow down. Also, avoid running overlays or background apps that can add extra load during startup and gaming. In the end, optimizing startup programs for SSDs involves installing your games on the drive and avoiding unnecessary defragmentation. For HDDs, regular defragmentation and managing disk activity are key. Combining these strategies will help your system boot faster, load games quicker, and give you a smoother gaming experience overall.